Hi everybody, I'm Joe Spadaford. Welcome to another How to Draw. Today we're going to be drawing Petunia, who's going to be Julia in this film. She's kind of Minnesota Cuke's sidekick along with Bob, and she's going to help him figure out how to solve the puzzles in this film. And she's a great character, so if you want to draw Petunia, raise your hand. I'm assuming everybody in the room is raising their hand. Okay, well, and if you're not, why don't you draw her anyway? It's fun. Okay, let's go ahead and draw Petunia, or in this case, Julia. So I'm going to start off this time by just drawing a nice circular shape. It's as if you took a regular circle and squashed it just a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is, right from the middle of that shape, I'm going to draw a straight line right down, almost like you were drawing a stick figure. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw just two little lines. Then the best way to go about drawing the body is draw one triangle. Then the bottom of Julia is kind of like a bell shape. We all know how to draw a bell like this, right? You know, and you put a little bell on there. Well, that's kind of what we're going to be doing here. And then she's got the bottom part of her body. Those would be her legs if vegetables had legs. In the middle of her body, we have a waistband. All right, there we go. And then she's got probably the biggest part of her body is her hairline, and that's roughly like, let's just say, here to here. It's a circular kind of thing. And then I'm going to kind of swish out the back side of it. Just so we know that she's got a ponytail. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some bumps to that because she braids her hair. All right, so now we're going to draw her eyes. Now I'm going to take a pretty face, and I'm just going to draw a line right down the middle. Now Julia's eyes are a little different than everybody else's. They're a little smaller. And a little wider, like a little bit more like almond shapes. And she's got a little tiny nose, just makes her a little cuter. And then we're going to put a smile on her. And she's in Mexico right now, so we drew her to have some Mexican kind of patterns on her skirt. And so we just did that. Okay, and again, just to go back to the eyes, I'm going to have her looking up just like she did, or just like we did when we drew Minnesota Cuke. And she has a neckline that has some frills around it, and she does have some flowers down here. You can draw those out a little bit more than me if you want to. I only have a little bit of time with you, so I can only sometimes just indicate them. And she has earrings on. So let's start by coloring that nice red hair of hers. We're gonna color that in. But it's not fully red, is it? It's kind of like an orangish red too, right? So what that means is we're going to go over this red with a little bit of orange too. It's best sometimes to follow the direction that you think the hair is going. That way sometimes you can actually get the feeling that there's hair in there. And just going to draw a line down the middle because she's got a braid. And then she's got this nice little swooshiness to an S shape. Now, remember what I said? I said let's add some orange. Well, let's do that. Let's add some orange. So let's get going on our skin color. So I'm starting off just with a really light green color. You know, it's almost a yellow in a way. But I know that's not her regular green color. I decided to go with a green color that I thought, well, would just keep it a little bit lighter. But then I just go over again with another green. That's just a little bit more of a real green. But as you can see up here, it goes even a little bit darker than that. Now her skirt, actually, it's kind of a mix between a purple, which I'm actually going to find a teal kind of purple color, I'm going to go over it a little bit with this blue. Again, gonna play around up here. Now we're going to put some of these colors that go along the middle here. We got red, yellow, and what do you know? We used red again. We leave this middle one white. We looked at a lot of different dresses, and we found this color looked really nice, so that's what we did. So the very last thing I'm going to do is start bringing out shapes, things that might have gotten lost in the coloring. We're going to bring out her eyes, for example. And Petunia has very pretty eyelids. Okay, we're going to just define this shape a little bit more. And define that bell shape just a little bit more. And the underside of her. Make that smile read a little bit better, and if you want, you can just softly indicate the under part of her eyes. We're going to throw some color in the background. Kind of pop her out a little bit. And the very last thing that we should do is let's add some flowers to the top of her hair. She has very pretty flowers. And sometimes you don't even have to use the actual flower color in the film. I'm not looking at the film right now, so I sometimes forget the color of the flowers. A quick way to cheat a flower is to just draw a nice little swirly shape around the flower. Kind of like this. You draw a circle, and then you just go, ooh. And if you wanted to, you could put a stem. So that's Petunia, and I got to put my name on it. Joe, age 31. So, hey, you guys have a good day and keep drawing.